Hello, you guys. Welcome to my channel, or if you've been here before, welcome back. Obviously, I am happy to have you. My name is Violetta Alexis, and I've been a tarot reader for 6 years. Before we get started, please allow me to introduce you to our sponsor, Otter Spirit. Otter Spirit is a family-owned gemstone business. So without giving you all of the fluff, I'm just going to cut right to the chase like I usually do in my readings, and I'm going to show you their awesome products. So each bracelet comes in this beautiful magnetic box with a little intention card inside, which makes it feel expensive, personal, considered. Honestly, my first thought was this would make such a good gift. And if you look at their website, you'll notice that they have all of the things that you're looking for listed by intention or chakra, which I think is a really good addition. So for instance, here you can see the intentions: love, confidence, anti-anxiety. So for me personally, I picked Moonstone because you guys know I'm a tarot reader, and so I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to heighten your intuition a little bit. I also picked Carnelian. A lot of you guys know that I am a quadruple earth sign baddie. I don't have much fire in my chart, but my north node is in Aries, and so this has affiliations with Aries, so I need a little bit of fire in my life. And then of course I picked Citrine because, like I said, earth sign baddie, and Citrine is all about prosperity and abundance, and I think that we can all use a little bit of that in our lives. Keep in mind that these are real AAA grade gemstones, not dyed glass, not resin, actually tested and verified. And they donate $1 per bracelet to Wild Sea Otter Conservation in Monterey Bay, which I love. So if you would like to grab one of these gorgeous pieces for yourself or for somebody you love, you can click the link in my description box or in the pinned comment beneath this video. At checkout for 20% off, you can put in code Violetta20, and if your order is $99 or above, you can put in Violetta30 for 30% off. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading, and happy shopping. Hi Aries, I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on between you and your person. Your feelings, the Page of Swords. How you see your person, the Six of Wands. Your actions, the Fool reverse. Okay. Tell me about that Page of Swords. The Four of Pentacles. Why? The World. A lot of you are more so in observation mode right now. I think that you seem a little bit more held back, or you feel like you need to hold back for some reason. That reason could be because you're waiting for them to offer some level of maturity or closure. It can be that you're waiting for a new chapter to occur between the both of you. But to me, it just feels like a very strong, silent kind of energy. For a very small few of you, it can be that you're held back because you feel like this person is very accomplished. And maybe you feel like you're just starting out in some way, or I don't think you feel less than necessarily, but the Page of Swords is very different from the World. The Page of Swords is like, oh, I'm just starting out. Like, the best way I can explain this, if this is that story, then it can be you join a new job. Maybe you're attracted to somebody that you work for, but it's your boss, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying that that's what it is, but for some of you, it can be that. For some of you, it's silent closure. Okay. You're just like, okay, I'm just going to close this out. I'm going to start brand new. How you're viewing this person is the Six of Wands and the Lovers reverse. You may just feel like this is done, honestly, and that's why you're kind of holding back, but you're still kind of spying on this person, or you're kind of trying to see what they got going on. And you feel like this person is getting a lot of attention, or, they're, I don't know, maybe they're in the public eye in some way. But with that Lovers reverse, you feel a very strong disconnect from them. And I know that you can't see like how the tarot cards are laid out, but that Six of Wands is facing the opposite of where your feelings are. So it's almost like you feel as though this person isn't really paying attention to you. I want to get another one for that. The Queen of Pentacles reverse. You may feel like they've decided to stop nurturing this, decided to stop showing up. You may feel like they've been very critical of you for some reason, but you feel like you and this person are not really gelling, yet at the same time you see them getting some kind of attention or showing off, or not necessarily in a bad way, but you kind of feel like, I don't know, man. I don't want to say you feel like they're coming out on top, but the Fool reverse, the Four of Swords reverse. I'd be cautious of doing anything impulsive, okay? Because with this kind of energy in your actions towards them, you could end up doing something from a very frustrated place, or your nervous system is a little dysregulated, so you may do something that, I don't know, let's get one more. The Nine of Wands. You may try to fight for this, like impulsively, okay? Especially if this is done. Like, I think that you feel like you need to be mature about a situation, but you seem to be kind of getting back in the ring and trying to fight for this. This person's feelings for you, the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Cups. They're kind of two ways about it. So, on one hand, they are very critical, maybe of themselves, of their relationship. They do have a concern for how other people are viewing them in correlation with the dynamic between the two of you. And it's not like they lack love or whatever, you know, it's definitely there, and they're having a hard time letting this go. At the same time, I don't think that they want to make any, I don't think that they want to take any chances that's going to put them in a deficit. You know what I mean? Especially on an emotional level, but they want to take emotional action towards you. How they're viewing you is the Moon reverse, the Eight of Cups reverse, and the Two of Swords reverse. Wow, okay. So, you know, they see you coming back around. They see you coming back around in some way. And they feel, what's that Moon reversed? The Three of Swords reversed, goddamn. They feel like you are being very honest about some kind of pain that either you're feeling and or that you caused. And they just see you being very like open about that, accountable about that, and they just see you like coming back to them or wanting to come back to them, especially if this is a past connection. Their actions towards you, we have the Chariot reversed, the Empress, and the Ten of Wands. This person's kind of like at a full stop, you know, they're definitely not chasing you down or anything like that. The Empress is usually somebody who really knows her worth, and the Ten of Wands tells me that this person may be carrying a lot of burdens already. So it just kind of feels like they're really busy. The Empress here is signifying that this person does know their value. Like they may be nurturing the connection, sure, but that Chariot reverse tells me, let's see, what action are they actually taking towards Aries? Like, what are they doing? The Queen of Swords, they're being a bit cold with you, if I'm going to be honest. The Queen of Swords is very polite, but she's also very direct and very cold. And with that Chariot reverse, it makes me feel like this person's like, stay right there. You know, that's kind of what I got. So advice for one or the both of you, we have Cancer. Maybe you have Cancer placements or you're dealing with one. Choose wisely. Decisions shape your path amid challenges. Stay open to learning as answers reveal your destined journey. And then we have Puppet. To be controlled, to be manipulated, to be in someone else's hands. So somebody here may be a little bit of an emotional manipulator. And if it's you, obviously don't do that. There's another way to go about things, and it's asking you to choose wisely in regards to how you approach a situation. If you are on the receiving end of that, I would definitely be cautious of being emotionally manipulated. Okay, so it's asking you to, you know, make the right decision, especially while listening to your intuition. So that is what I have for you, Aries. Thanks a lot and take care. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hey Taurus, I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's see what's going on between you and your person. And your feelings, the Four of Cups. So, I mean, you know, you're maybe a little disappointed. How you're seeing this person is the Sun reverse. Some of you are dealing with a Leo. Doesn't have to be. And then the Five of Wands for your future actions. Ugh. I mean, definitely not my favorite, but let's see. Four of Cups and the Four of Wands. I think that you wanted more from this. You wanted more from this, and you feel like you didn't get it. King of Pentacles reversed. Oh, boy. If I'm going to be honest with you, you're kind of like, reverse this if you need to, but you may be kind of acting like the grass is greener on the other side, or there's something better out there for me. And like, maybe that's the case, right? Like maybe that's the case. But that King of Pentacles reverse, if that King of Pentacles reverse is you, which King of Pentacles is Taurus, reversed or not, it can be like somebody who, it can be like a man who expects a woman to be feminine, yet is like constantly putting her through hell. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like getting that energy, and you're like disappointed with the results. You know what I mean? And like the King of Pentacles reverse can also be somebody who's like, well, I didn't get what I wanted, and so they're not going to get XYZ. This is like the kind of person who like takes you out for dinner, is like, oh, can we split it? You know, or whatever. So, and maybe that's this person, you know, maybe that's this person, and that's why you're disappointed. But let's see how you're seeing them. The Sun reverse, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles reverse. You either A, feel like they're in their ego, or you just feel like they're not too optimistic about things and they're getting ready to kind of pivot, and you may be viewing this as a missed opportunity altogether in all reality. Can you tell me about why the Four of Cups is there? The Seven of Pentacles. You may feel like some money that you invested, time, energy, intimacy, whatever it is, it's just like it didn't pay off, basically. Let's see that Five of Wands. The Queen of Wands reversed. The Hierophant reversed. Goodness gracious. I would be cautious, because you're definitely like getting in your ego. There's some kind of argument that you and someone else are having, and it feels very ego based, at least on your end anyway. I have to see what's going, like I said, reverse this if you need to, but it's just like an argument, a petty argument or discussion that's really not going anywhere. And I would be cautious, because you can kind of fly off the handle with that Queen of Wands reverse and the Hierophant reverse. The Hierophant reverse can be where we're like the rebel without a cause, or, you know, which isn't always bad, I guess, but like the way that you're kind of delivering it. Let's see your person's feelings. The Queen of Cups. They're in love with you, or they love you a lot. How they see you is the Ten of Swords, though. Their future actions is the Nine of Swords. Tell me about that Queen of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Strength. So they're kind of keeping their emotions on ice. Like whatever they're feeling, they're putting it into a cup, they're putting ice in it, or they're putting it in the freezer to save at a later date, if at all. Because they're at this point where they feel like they need to protect themselves and hold back in some way. They feel like they need to hold back from you specifically and protect their heart or protect their emotions. And I bet we're going to see why on this Ten of Swords, because this is how they see you. Tell me about that Ten of Swords. Knight of Wands reverse and the Two of Pentacles reverse. This person feels like you betrayed them through inconsistency, trying to get attention in ways that you shouldn't have, creating chaos in their life. Something financial could have happened as well with that Two of Pentacles reverse. But they feel like you just basically were like wreaking havoc, and that's why there was some kind of ending. And potentially that's how you betrayed them. At least that's how they're seeing it. So now they're kind of at this point where, you know, they're kind of like held back, and they're being very cautious. Their future actions, the Nine of Swords, the Justice, and the Death card. Like they are concerned about, like they're worried about maybe a decision that you're going to make, or they're concerned about a decision that they know that they need to make that's going to be a definite end to this, that's going to change things forever. And they're worried about it. Why are they worried about it? The Seven of Cups, maybe they're trying to explore their options. Maybe they feel like they're not seeing things. It almost feels like this person is questioning themselves. But I'm going to be honest, it feels like they're trying to do right by you and them and end things. Or like, no, it feels like an ending. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the Ten of Swords, the Death card, that's pretty serious. You know what I'm saying? So we have Scorpio. That's your opposite sign. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio, or you may have that in your chart. I'm wondering if some maybe secrets are going to come out. We have Harbor of Peace. Find serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of a gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. Well, Scorpio is a fixed water sign, and then we have this like go freaking hang out by water. So maybe for some reason you guys need to go hang out by water, maybe go take a swim. And then we have Target, the desired, sought after, or intended situation to be found or achieved. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like the goal needs to be peace, you know, even if that comes with, okay, sorry, that's my curtains. Even if it comes with some hard truths with that Scorpio energy, it may come with some hard truths that feel a little uncomfortable, but it's like, you know, Scorpio is going to purge something, even if it feels intense. But I think starting at that base, that clean base, is going to really help you find peace, and maybe this person as well, because this can honestly be for the both of you. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. I love you to pieces, and I hope you have a good one. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hello, Gemini. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what is going on between you and your person. So in your feelings, we have the Eight of Wands. How you're seeing your person is the Temperance. We have Sagittarius energy. And then your actions, the King of Swords, Aquarius. A lot of communication going on. Tell me about that Eight of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. Oh, I feel like you're really just kind of working on yourself. A lot of your focus is on yourself right now, which I think is great. I mean, you're feeling very independent. You're feeling very confident, in my opinion, taking care of yourself. But there's something that you want to say to this person. Or if this person is at a distance, maybe different city, different country, different state, whatever it is, you may want to go see them. And I feel like you would have the means to do so. Okay. You would be able to afford it. That Eight of Pentacles, though, like we're going from the 9 to the 8, which means you're kind of moving backwards. So there's this level of independence that you have, but you also feel like you're needing to kind of rewind with this individual and be like, okay, we need to work on things, to be honest. Like we need to work on our codependency. We need to work on XYZ, whatever. Or it can just be that you're honestly working on yourself. And maybe you feel like you need to communicate that to this person for whatever reason. Like, I don't know, maybe they want a relationship and you're just kind of like, oh, well, I'm just kind of working on me. I don't know. So how you see them, the Temperance, the King of Cups reverse, and the Ace of Swords. You don't really feel like they're being very vulnerable. And that could be a reason why you're a little standoffish. Please, hello, dyslexia or whatever. All right. You feel like this person is not being very vulnerable, but you feel like they are being honest. Like they're being very transparent with you about something. What is that something? The Two of Cups reverse. They may feel disconnected from you. Maybe you're like enjoying your life and having fun with your girls or your guys, and they're like, hey, you know, I feel disconnected or I feel misunderstood here. And they're definitely communicating it to you, but they don't seem flustered. They are just kind of keeping their emotions at bay, but they're very at peace and content. Like they're very content. They're being very patient when they talk to you. At least this is how you're seeing it. Because it feels like this person, at least the way you're looking at them, like they're trying to create something with you. They're trying to make something happen with you. But first, it feels like they need to be very honest with you about something. The King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Star for your actions. So I love this. I mean, you're communicating back, you're being very generous, maybe with your time, your money, your energy, whatever it may be. And there's hope here. And you're being brutally honest, not in like a harsh, angry way or anything like that. You're just being authentic with this person. And I think that you're giving in to the hope of the relationship from what I can see. You're giving in to the possibilities of what it could be. Because, like, I really think you have a pretty strong sense of identity from what I'm gathering. And so you know what you want because you know who you are. I look naked. I'm not naked. So let's see this person. Their feelings, Hermit reverse. So we have Virgo here, double Aquarius. We have Scorpio as well. We have the Devil, Capricorn. And the Ten of Pentacles, very earthy in this person is very future focused, very focused on long-term success, long-term goals. You know, what's that Devil? Ooh, the Judgment reversed. I think this person wants a relationship with you if you guys don't have one, or they are very focused on the dynamic as a whole, especially when it comes to long term. But this person either doesn't want to take accountability for something, or they're really lacking self-awareness because they refuse to admit something to themselves or even you about the past. And I also think that this person is paranoid, or they have fears. I don't know if they're afraid you're going to take their money. I don't know if they're afraid of commitment. I don't know what it is, but it's like they have a lot of self-doubt and potentially even self-judgment, maybe even addictions or obsessions. Like this person could be obsessed with you or a little addicted, or it could be toxically attached. How they see you is the Three of Cups. Very strong, like maybe sexual connection as well. Six of Cups reversed. The Page of Pentacles reversed. I'm just going to say it. They kind of see you as someone that's a little immature, or somebody who maybe gets bored easily. Somebody who's a friend, wants to kind of hang out, but at the same time, they may feel like you are immature. Doesn't mean it's true, just their perspective. Or you're holding a grudge, and that's why you're not really putting in some kind of effort that they want. Sorry, my neck hurts. Tell me about that Six of Cups reversed. The Knight of Swords. They may feel like you're holding a grudge because of some kind of action they took in the past, or something that they said, and they feel like you're upset about that, but you're just kind of like being friendly. Their future actions, the Tower. The High Priestess. And the King of Wands. What's that Tower? The Emperor. Oof. I'm getting a really weird vibe. I'm getting this vibe of like someone else being interested in you, and it makes this person like step up. It feels like somebody who may be a little bit more like head honcho, somebody very masculine, maybe like a CEO, just somebody very in charge, very assertive. And they're like getting some enlightenment about, or like inspiration, I almost want to say, about who they could be because of that influence. Or if it's not that somebody else is interested in you, they can be having an epiphany about what they're capable of. Give me one more on that Tower. The Seven. Yeah, because I'm telling you, there's some kind of competition. They feel like they have some kind of competition. And I don't know if that's true or not, especially around somebody very desirable, the High Priestess. Okay, well, thank you for that. And the Veil, there's the Veil. Okay, well, let's get some. Okay, thank you. Sorry, that's my freaking curtain. We have Mercury, your ruler. Mercury should be in Aries by the time you guys see this. Definitely need to communicate and be very honest and transparent with one another, It says, stay in the flow, surrender to the rhythm of life, remaining open to opportunities and lessons as they naturally unfold. And then void. Feeling like you're in a void, a sense of emptiness, a sense of being lost. You're really not lost. You're just maybe, you don't have somebody holding your hand right now. Okay. That's probably what it's going to feel like. And it's asking you to just kind of go with the flow. All right. Thank you. It's asking you to go. It's asking you to go with the flow of things and not get kind of lost in the sauce. But I do think that you're needing to be open-minded in regards to where you can go or where a relationship specifically can go, potentially. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thanks a lot and take it easy. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hi, Cancer. I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's see what is going on between you and your person. Reverse the rules if you need. You have the Magician in the reverse, and these are for your feelings. How you see this person is the Five of Pentacles. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune for your actions. Tell me about that Magician reversed. The Ace of Cups. And the Five of Swords reversed. Why the Magician reversed? The Page of Cups. You want to open up and you want to be vulnerable. This may be somebody new for some of you. But regardless if it's somebody new or not, it seems like you're wanting to be vulnerable, but you may have some level of self-doubt because you feel like this person isn't really being open or interested in you specifically. You're kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of like, oh, I'm never gonna win, or I'm never gonna get the girl, or I'm never gonna get the guy. I'm never, you know, it's a very, even though you're full of love and it seems like you have a lot to offer, there's also a mentality that you have that's not really helping your case. How you're seeing this person, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands reverse, and the Ten of Cups reverse. You may feel like this person has left you out in the cold, or maybe you feel like they feel abandoned. I'm not really sure. But you may also feel like they're not attracted to you with that Ace of Wands reverse. For some of you, if you're dealing with a man, you may feel like this is a man who's like impotent and it's causing some kind of insecurities in the relationship or in the dynamic. But regardless, if it's not necessarily about attraction, it can just be that you feel like this person isn't very inspired to make the relationship work because of the Ten of Cups reverse, which is like, okay, we just keep trying to make something work. We just keep trying to make it happen. Nothing ever happens. It never changes. You know, Ten of Cups reverse. I don't feel fulfilled. My family and friends don't like you, or whatever it is. And that's what you see on their side. Tell me about that Wheel of Fortune. You're kind of like, well, what can you do? You know, with that Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles reverse, you may miss this person, or there may be even some regrets, or you're just thinking a lot about the past, and you're thinking about how you and this person couldn't necessarily, like, you guys couldn't really get on the same page. But the positive is that you're just like, I'm giving it to God, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm giving it to the universe, I'm giving it to spirit, whatever you believe in. And so you're not trying to push or force anything. In this person's feelings for you, we have the Page of Wands reversed. How they see you is the Eight of Swords. And then we have the Six of Swords for their actions. I do need to shuffle these cards. I didn't realize how low I was. Usually I just do like a little pre-shuffle and call it a day. God, what happened here? It's like you are so full of love, and it does feel like you have a lot of love to give, or a lot of love that you want to offer, but You just feel like even though you've offered some level of love, or even though you want to, you just feel like it's either being blocked or you're just struggling or battling with some kind of self-doubt. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards. Let me get a little shuffle in here. Okay. Page of Wands reversed with the Three of Wands in their feelings and the Nine of Cups. They're kind of staying put, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like they might be waiting to just like see what happens, but the nines are usually about self, the self, identity of self. What do I want? What do I need? What can I have? What makes me feel content? Latte. So good. It's a butterscotch latte that I made. I've been like on my, anyway, nobody cares. And so this person might be trying to like kind of see what you got, you know, see what you have to offer, but they're more self-focused. They're content like either being single or being by themselves. Why the Page of Wands reversed? The World. They may feel like something's just kind of done. With how they see you, we have the Eight of Swords, the Emperor reversed, and the Page of Pentacles reversed. Ooh. I'm getting like an energy of they feel like you do it to yourself. For some of you, maybe it's reversed, okay? But they may feel like you do it to yourself. When you put something next to, when you put like the Emperor reverse next to the Eight of Swords, it's like somebody who isn't really taking action, but they're blaming other people as to why they're not, or they refuse to take responsibility for something, but there's a reason why, there's a justification as to why. And so I feel like they've kind of gotten bored with that perspective of you. They may feel like you're not really offering anything substantial or grounded in reality. Like, okay, yeah, we love each other, yay, now what, you know, or something to that extent. Their future actions towards you. Six of Swords, Six of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like they don't really see anything long term. I do think that they may be taking on the opinions of others, even if it's like, you know, maybe they watch psychologists on the internet and they're like, you know, taking the advice of the psychologists or their family or their friends or whatever. And so they're just kind of like passively moving on, but they seem to be more so focused on some level of success or attention or something that they're getting. But it doesn't feel like they're trying to start a fight with you or argue with you or anything like that. It seems like you both are just kind of letting go-ish. Advice, we have Neptune. Neptune can be about compassion, illusion, disillusionment, deception. It can also be like the higher octave of love, empathy, and that's the advice. And then we have secrets emerge. Ooh. In the rhythm of cycles, the hidden is unveiled. Await the reveal with an open heart and mind. So I don't know if you need to reveal something or it's letting you know that something is going to be revealed to you, but it's asking for compassion and asking for empathy for some reason. And then we have sorrow. Damn, Cancer. A deep emotional pain or unhappiness, a deep feeling of sadness caused by past actions, decisions, or events. So it's saying, yes, there may be something that either you need to reveal or something that is going to be revealed to you. And it may either hurt the other person, you or the both of you. But in that, there can be surrender and there can be healing and there can be compassion. So it's really about how you deal with it. Thanks a lot, Cancer, and take it easy. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hi, Leo. I hope hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what's going on between you and your person. Reverse the roles if you need to. You have the Death reversed in your feelings. How you see this person is the Nine of Swords reversed. And then we have the Six of Cups for your future actions. Tell me about that Death. You may feel like somebody's actions here were a bit unjust, maybe unjustified. You're holding on to this person, but there's also certain things that you feel probably need to change, either within the dynamic or even within you. And with that Two of Wands, you know that. Like, you know that something has to change. You know that either you or this person or the relationship as a whole has to pivot. But with that Justice reverse, you may be having a hard time making that decision because your emotions are involved, which is making it harder for you to make a logical decision moving forward. The way that you're viewing this person is the Nine of Swords reverse, the Strength reverse, and the Ten of Swords reverse. Goodness gracious. So we have Scorpio, Libra, and Leo here, for those of you wondering. So you're viewing this as somebody who's pretending like they don't care. Okay? Pretending like they don't care about a situation. Why do I say that? Why do I say that you feel like they're pretending they don't care? Because the Strength is reversed. It's not actually somebody, now this is just your perspective, okay? It's not actually somebody who doesn't care in your eyes. It's their ego that's making them do that. It's their pride that is encouraging them to do that. And you feel like this person is just carrying past patterns or repetitive behaviors into the now. And you feel like it comes from a place of weakness, not strength. We have the Six of Cups with the Knight of Cups and the Three of Swords reverse. I don't really know if you ever do get out of that emotional phase with this person. I mean, at least in the near future, you're thinking about them a lot. And I think that you have such a interesting history with this person, maybe, that you feel very attached to those memories. And it makes you want to take action towards them and be vulnerable and be open and go out to dinner or read poetry together, whatever it is that you like to do. And you're trying to come from a healed place. I feel like you are coming from a healed place. So let's see this person. In their feelings, we have the Temperance. So now we have Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. How they see you is the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Four of Wands for their future actions. I don't hate this. Let's see that Temperance. Judgment. Wow. Scorpio, Moon reversed. Pisces. I love this person's feelings. So this is somebody who is content, either A, with how things are, not necessarily that, like, if something bad happened, it doesn't mean that they're not sad, but it's like, okay, I can make peace with this, because they're taking accountability for their part in something. And they may feel like any kind of fears that they had related to the connection, or even insecurities that they've had within themselves, are now being alleviated through that acknowledgement, through that level of accountability and proper judgment. Because where they're coming from, it's coming from a balanced place. And for some of you, if you are having a separation with this person, they may want to come together. They may want to reconcile. Why? Because that judgment is there. So let's see that Four of Pentacles. By the way, if you guys want to learn tarot with me, you can just look in the comment section at the in the pinned comments, and it will take you to my website, okay? How they see you is the Four of Pentacles, the King of Swords reversed, and the Empress reversed. They feel like anything that is going to shake your sense of self-worth, self-value, anything that you feel or anyone that you feel is going to gaslight you or anything like that, you're gonna hold back from. This person feels like you're being intentionally stingy with your communication or with your love or your femininity or your masculinity, whatever it is. Why the Four of Pentacles? The Knight of Wands reverse. I think that they feel like there's a fear that if you take a chance, you're gonna lose. Like if you bet on them, this is how they see you. They feel like in your mind, you're thinking, if I take a bet on this motherfucker, like it's done because it's inconsistent. So they kind of feel like you're holding back. Four of Wands for their future actions. The Three of Cups reversed and the Knight of Swords. What's that Three of Cups reversed about? The Ace of Pentacles. They're welcoming you in their space. But they also seem to be questioning you about a potential third party or some kind of drama or something that was said. But they're also maybe giving you an opportunity for a reconciliation, but I don't. How is Leo responding to this? The Nine of Pentacles. You're kind of like, I'm good with where I'm at. They may even offer you some kind of like financial opportunity, side note as well. Interesting. We have Saturn for advice. We have Tide of Transition. Embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into love and work. And then we have Self. It is the awareness of one's own thoughts, feelings, and existence, focusing solely on thinking about and seeing oneself. So this is kind of like School of Hard Knocks vibe, okay? Maybe it's saying you're being too rigid. Maybe it's saying you need proper boundaries. Maybe it's saying that something is going to take a little bit more time than you had anticipated or that you expected. But it's saying that something is changing, especially in regards to you or yourself. Now, this can be for both of you, or something needs to change in regards to you. How you exist in the world, what your thought life looks like, taking accountability for how you got to point A to point B, whatever it may be. For some reason, that's the advice. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Thanks a lot and take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hi, Virgo. I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on between you and your person. Reverse the roles if you need to. In your feelings, we have the King of Pentacles. So that's Taurus energy. We have the Star reversed for how you view this person. Sorry, it's super bright. We have Aquarius. And your future actions, we have the Fool. Okay, Uranus energy. Okay, tell me about that King of Pentacles. The High Priestess, Pisces. And the Four of Swords. Okay. For some of you, it can be that you're focusing on what your highest potential is regarding finances and or even commitment with this person. There may be some work that you're doing behind the scenes, trying to listen to your intuition about how you need to show up, or maybe even what you're expected to provide towards another person. That King of Pentacles, though, it makes me feel like you either are committed to this person or you want to be. And even if you're not committed, I feel like you are acting as if you are committed. So what do I mean by that? I mean, let's say that you and this person have been dating for a month and you're like, yeah, well, I'm not talking to anybody else. You know, as far as I'm concerned, we're in a relationship, you know, or whatever it may be. Tell me about that High Priestess, the Hangman reversed. Well, the High Priestess is about unlimited potential. It's also about an inner knowing, a sacred knowing. And with the Hangman reverse, you may intuit that this person hasn't let go of something, or they're not really willing to see your side. You may also intuit that this person is stuck on you. You may be healing from something. So then we have the Star reverse for how you see them, with the Hermit reverse, could be dealing with another Virgo, and the Two of Swords reversed. You don't really feel like they're being authentic to themselves for some reason. You may feel like they don't have a lot of hope with you, but you also may feel like they're overly paranoid or really concerned, paranoid about you, you know, having a hard time avoiding certain things about the connection, about you specifically. Can you tell me why the Hermit reversed is here? The King of Wands. One more. The Five of Wands. You may feel like it's coming from a place of like ego. It almost feels like you're seeing them as pushing you away. You feel like you and this person have really big differences in regards to your beliefs or how you think or something of that nature, and you're looking at them like they're so confident in themselves, and you're like, or confident in what they're saying, and you're like, I don't understand why, or something. Something like that. So we have the Fool, the Seven of Cups reversed, and the Sun for your actions towards them. So you may try to have a new start with this person specifically. You may even, to be honest, give this person some kind of reality check. It doesn't feel, what's the Seven of Cups reversed? The Knight of Pentacles. It feels like you're trying to be not just all happy-go-lucky about the connection, but you're also like trying to put in a decent effort. Like you're not just showing up and you're like, I love you, yay, let's be together now. You know, you're like, listen, this is my plan. This is how I want things to go. This is how I would like to treat you, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? You're not just like showing up empty-handed. And you seem to be very playful, joyful, excited to be around them or to be in their presence. Their feelings, Seven of Wands. How they see you as the Lovers. And the Devil reversed for their actions. Let's see that Seven of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. They kind of feel like you're a hater. Doesn't mean that you are, okay, but sometimes the Seven of Wands can kind of represent that. At least it's in this person's feelings. I think that they want to maintain the relationship and they want to work on it. They feel very connected to you, especially on an emotional level. Like that's definitely there. But why is that Seven of Wands there? The Queen of Swords reversed. It's either A, that they feel like you've said some really nasty things to them that you can't take back, and so they're feeling maybe a little bit defensive, not in like a egoic way, but a little bit defensive. Or they're not really sure maybe if they can trust you. Oh my God, my cat is so cute. Ugh, she's so cute. I can't even stand it. But they want to work on the relationship. The way that they see you is the Lovers, the Ace of Swords, and the Chariot reverse. So we have Chariot reverse. So we have Gemini and we have Cancer here. This is somebody who sees you as a very rare soulmate, not somebody that you meet every day, very different, very unique, somebody that they feel very aligned with. This is somebody who sees you communicating with them in the near future, but they also feel like things are chaotic, not well planned out, or that you have some kind of fear about moving forward. Tell me about that Chariot. The Queen of Cups reversed. They may feel like you don't really trust them. But they feel like you're very intelligent with that Lovers and that Ace of Swords. Like you're very intelligent. You know what you want. The Devil reversed for their actions with the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. What's that 7 of Swords reversed? The 7 of Pentacles, one more, and the Hierophant. What's the Devil reversed? The 8 of Cups reversed. This person, this person is detaching from an idea that they have to settle. Okay. Or that like any kind of illusion that was within this dynamic before, they're detaching from that false reality. I don't know what that was. And they're kind of like putting up a boundary with you, but at the same time, they're still fighting for it while owning their own truth and being authentic to themselves. But they're going to be very honest with you about what they want regarding an investment or what they want regarding a relationship. We have Libra. Some of you guys have Libra in your chart or you're dealing with a Libra. Then we have seek clarity, embrace honesty, face consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. And then we have dead end. A place or a condition where things must stop or options are exhausted. So when it comes to the way that you guys have been relating to one another, something has to change within the dynamic. Like something has to change because you guys have hit a plateau or a dead end or a glass ceiling in some way. And so it's time to get really honest about where you guys are or where this is going. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thanks a lot and take it easy. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hey Libra, I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on between you and your person. Also, please remember that the roles can be reversed. Your feelings for this person, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. How you see them is the Three of Wands reversed. Your actions is the King of Pentacles reversed. Their feelings, the Four of Wands reversed. How they see you is the Temperance. And the Queen of Pentacles for their actions. Wow, King and Queen of Pentacles, huh? Let's see that Knight of Pentacles reversed for your feelings. Page of Swords reversed. You don't really want to take action, or you're at least acting like you don't want to take action. What's that Page of Swords reversed? The Page of Wands reversed. Reverse this if you need to, okay? You're being pretty immature. Just going to be very straight up. You're being very critical of yourself, of this person. Maybe rightfully so, I don't know. But you're assuming a lot of things that honestly don't need to be assumed. You're kind of putting your foot in your mouth a little bit, in my opinion. And it's like you have this feeling that you can't take action based on what you think you know about the inaction of this person. So if this person is not taking action towards you, you're assuming why. You're assuming that you know why, and it's actually false. Why do I know that? Because the Page of Swords is reversed. It's not in the upright. So I would just be cautious with that. I'd be cautious with that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Let me move these here. All right, sorry about that. All right, let's see this Three of Wands reverse for how you see this person. The Four of Pentacles. You feel like they're frustrated. Frustrated with you, frustrated that something specific didn't work out, maybe a plan, maybe the actual relationship as a whole. And now you feel like they're holding back stubbornly. You may feel like they're holding back because why the Four of Pentacles? The Nine of Cups, because they didn't get what they wanted. And you're like, you're thinking in your mind, oh, well, they're just being selfish. Or, you know, they're you may think as well, like they're holding on to old coping mechanisms, or they're just being stubborn. So let's see that King of Pentacles reversed. The Queen of Wands and the World. It doesn't really feel like you're committing. If you're this Queen of Wands, I would likely say that you are shifting from being commitment minded to focusing on yourself and closing this cycle out to start a new one alone, or giving closure to yourself, something to that extent. If you're not this Queen of Wands and you're this Queen of Pentacles reversed, or the King of Pentacles reversed, you may be attempting to use this person for some kind of worldly gain, for some kind of clout, for something that you can get. This person's feelings, Four of Wands reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. This person is not allowing you into their space. They're like, nope, no can do. And it's not from insecurity because they have the Nine of Pentacles here. They honestly feel better on their own as opposed to either with you specifically or just with someone else in general. That's basically as simply as I can put it. The Temperance with the Emperor reversed. So there's this level of this person feeling like you may be balanced to a degree. Maybe you're just very patient. But in my opinion, they feel like you call it patience, but really it's just passivity. You're just passive. You're not patient. You're just passive. And this person feels like you're just content with being that person. Okay. And, you know, like, I don't even know if this is the truth. It's just their perspective. But they don't really feel like you are taking responsibility. They feel like you're just good with where you're at and you're not really going to strive for anything more. This person's actions, the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. What's this person's actions towards Libra? Reverse it if you need to. The Lovers. Why? Oh my God. What is making this person do that? The Hermit. This person either goes through a dark night of the soul, or they feel like you pull back, or they feel like you're going through a dark night of the soul. So they may be showing up in a very fun, loving, yet very committed way to try to communicate with you. So that's really weird to me. That's interesting, I guess. What is this person's intentions with Libra? The Queen of Cups. This person wants to love you down, baby. You know? So it's really interesting that the way that they're viewing you versus how they're feeling versus their actions versus their intention is very different than what I was expecting. What is Libra's intentions with this person? The Five of Swords and the Two of Cups. This feels like love with conditions. You'll love this person if XYZ. And I think that all love should have conditions to an extent, okay? But it's like, it feels like you want to win something. Like there's something to gain through your love with this person. Then we have Square, and then we have Thrive and Believe, Embrace growth and trust and promise, keep an open mind, answers reveal the path to fulfillment, and then we have Justice. Fairness, balance, truth, accountability, equality, and making decisions based on what is right and ethical. So this may be difficult for the both of you, for one of you, whatever, but this is going to be challenging. This is going to be a challenging situation. Why? Because in order to grow, either as a couple, but especially on an individual level, you have to take accountability. You have to face your own demons, your own truth, all of those things. And you have to make decisions based on what is right and what is ethical, which isn't always easy. So that's what I have for you, Libra. This may have been reversed for you. Sorry, nothing I can do about that. If you want to learn tarot with me, check the pinned comment below. I love you. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hi, Scorpio. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what's going on between you and your person. Reverse the roles if you need to. We have the Tower reversed in your feelings. That's Mars energy, so Aries and Scorpio. In your feelings is the Hierophant reversed. We have Taurus, your opposite sign, and then the Knight of Swords reversed for your actions. So let's see. Tell me about that Tower reverse, the Hangman reverse. Oh, goodness gracious. There's a refusal of surrender on all cylinders. You feel like something needs to change. You know that it does. You're trying to avoid some kind of catastrophe when I think that change or an ending is probably inevitable, as crappy as that sounds. Because you feel stuck. You feel like, oh God, I feel stuck in this. Why can't I get out of this? Why can't I shift my mindset? Why? Something like that. And so you're very focused on what isn't changing. And the fact that you're stuck on it, you feel like you can't see the forest for the trees for the forest. You feel like you can't see clearly sometimes. You can. It's just an illusion, but also you feel like something is inevitable. You feel like something is inevitable, likely a very strong upheaval and potentially some kind of change or ending that's going to happen regardless. How you see this person is the Hierophant reversed and the King of Wands. So you may feel like there's something very unconventional, non-traditional, wacky, weird, different about how you and this person view relationships, want to live inside a relationship, or the belief systems that you have. And at the same time, you see them as being very confident within that, within those frameworks, within those lines, within those boundaries of what they believe. And I mean, like, you do find them attractive, you know, you do. What's that Hierophant reverse? The Justice. Yeah, they have like certain things that they want in a relationship. You know, I don't know, maybe you feel like they want some polygamous relationship, or maybe you feel like, you know, there's a more traditional relationship that they want that goes against what you believe it, or whatever it is, or you just feel like something is incredibly unstable, or this person is unstable. It's somehow leading that instability, like leading you right off of a cliff, you know? The Knight of Swords reverse and the Eight of Cups. To be honest with you, it feels like you're not really saying anything. You're not really doing anything, but something may be triggering you to leave or to walk away. What is that? The Seven of Cups, because you feel like something's an illusion. You feel like it's not real. You feel like you're being deceived. Something to that effect. In this person's feelings, we have the Fool. How they see you is the Ten of Swords. Their future actions towards you is the Ten of Cups. All right, tell me about that Fool. Go ahead, give it to me. Ace of Wands. They're trying to have a new beginning with you, but they also understand that that's going to have to cost your guys' old connection, old dynamic, old relationship, or even their old self. They're very attracted to you. You inspire them in some kind of way. They want to take action. Seems like they just might. But I don't see anything negative about this. I do feel like they're a little unconventional, though, because that Fool is Uranus. It's maybe somebody who's a little different, a little wacky, a little weird, a little, I don't know. There's just something. It's like they're trying to trust their attraction to you. And it's like they're kind of like leading with their wiener, or they're leaning with whatever's in their pants. Okay. The Ten of Swords for how they see you. they see you as ending things, or you're done taking on some kind of responsibility that you don't want to take on anymore. You're like, yeah, I think that I'm good, because they see you as having carried a burden for quite a while, and now you're saying, nope, not doing that anymore. Because maybe they betrayed you. I don't know. Maybe they betrayed you and you're like, done, you know, or something to that effect. Can you tell me what that Ten of Swords is? The Six of Cups. Something about a betrayal of a friendship. Like they feel like you're a friend and a lover, or there was something that one of you shared with the other and the other person betrayed that confidence. Like, I don't know, maybe you shared something with them about your trauma when you were younger, and then they turn around and use that against you later, you know, or something, or maybe you did that. I don't know. The Ten of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. So they're offering you something. They're offering you an opportunity, and to be with them, to, I don't know, marry them, to be in a long-term committed relationship with them. They're trying to love you down, you know what I mean? And it's not just love, they're also like, but the Ace of Pentacles is potential. It's pure potential. And if it really is worked on, it can grow into something fantastic, but how you're responding is the Two of Wands. You're thinking about it. Advice for the both of you or one of you, we have Pluto. So massive change, massive disruptions, secrets, truths, things like that. Then we have vortex of change. Engage with the vortex of change, where energies swirl in transformative dances, molding anew. So change is kind of the name of the game here. And then we have inaction, not taking any steps or making any effort towards a situation or problem. So the only way that something isn't going to get worked out is if neither of you work it out. So if neither of you take action towards a situation to truly do the shadow work, to truly do this inner work, it's not going to matter, right? Because that is only potential. If you don't do anything with it, it doesn't matter. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Thanks a lot and take it easy. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hey, Sag, I hope you guys are well. Let's see what's going on between you and your person. Also, keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. So, Seven of Wands in your feelings, Eight of Swords for how you see them, the Nine of Swords reversed for your actions. The Seven of Wands is clarified by the Two of Swords. You may feel like this person's kind of like a low-key hater. A little bit, like you're constantly feeling like you gotta like keep things a secret, or they're gonna hate on it, or, you know, maybe you're trying to maintain the relationship or even maintain the peace in the relationship. Two of Swords. Why is that Seven of Wands there? The Eight of Wands. You and this person have had some level of success to a degree within the relationship or within the dynamic, but now you feel like you have to defend something that you said, or some kind of move that you're trying to make, some kind of action that you either want to take or that you have. And you're having maybe a hard time or a difficult time with this person doing it, because some kind of unexpected conversation seems to happen where you're just like, wait, what? Like something is catching you off guard. Maybe this person is moving, maybe they're coming to see you, but usually the Seven of Wands is like a little bit aggravating. The Eight of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune for how you view this person. There can be something about long distance between you and this person. Why the Eight of Swords? The Sun reversed. You feel like this person gets stuck in their own head, and then in turn that makes them that causes them to have a hard time make a decision on where the relationship is going or where the connection is going. You may feel like they struggle with ego, pride, self-doubt, inauthenticity. You may feel like sometimes this person gets in this, like, gets stuck in this performative kind of energy, and like they have a hard time being honest. But you do see, what's that Wheel of Fortune? I'm just curious. Oh, Three of Swords. You feel like this person is just kind of like let go and let God instead of being stuck in their head so much because of some kind of pain that either they caused you or you caused them. The Nine of Swords and your future actions with the Ace of Swords. Nine of Swords reverse. What's that Ace of Swords? The Moon. You're going to be very honest with this person about what's going on in your mind, because I think that you may have some worries or concerns, and you're probably going to either ask for clarity around what their issue is, or you're going to give clarity around yours. In their feelings, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. How they see you is the Three of Pentacles reversed. I heard disagreeable. Okay. Queen of Swords reversed for their actions. Why? Oof, the High Priestess reverse. They may be having a hard time trusting their own intuition when it comes to this connection, but at the same time, I don't really think that they're feeling like they want to snuggle up and read a bedtime story with you and do it on the couch. Like, they don't seem to really want to give this a whole lot of attention, either because they don't trust it or because they found something out about, I don't know, themselves, you, something to that effect that they don't they didn't or they don't particularly like. But it feels like they're almost like suppressing their feelings, suppressing this energy. Like they're not even trying to really give it attention. For some reason, it feels like they feel like they can't, like they feel like they can't share it, or they can't be honest or something. The Three of Pentacles reversed with the Chariot. I heard defiant. This person may feel like you're defiant, or you disagree just to disagree. Or why the Three of Pentacles reverse? The Seven of Swords reverse. They may feel like it's always about what you want and your path and where you want to go and what you want to do. There's something about travel here. And it seems like you and this person, they don't feel like you guys are on the same page about where something is going. And they feel like either you have a guilty conscience and this is the reason why, or you're just so self-centered or so self-focused that you just can't be bothered. Whether that's true or not. The Queen of Swords reversed with the Page of Cups. What's their intention here? The Empress. This person may want to have your babies or get you pregnant. Okay, keep that in mind. But for others of you, this person, again, they're suppressing things that they're thinking or that they're saying. It seems like they're trying to offer you some level of love. They're being cutesy. They're being vulnerable a little bit, but they're not really speaking their truth. They're not being totally honest. Their intention is to keep their either self-worth intact, or they're wanting to offer you something because they feel like you're just so beautiful. You know what I mean? They feel like you're so beautiful, you're nurturing, you're loving, you're all of these things, and they see your worth. Your advice is Aquarius. Build the friendship between the two of you is what I heard. Then we have Meadow of Moments. Bask in the meadow of moments where presence blossoms in the simplicity of now. And then we have peace. Interesting. I feel like some of you guys need to go on a vacation. Okay. It says finding peace, a state of mental and emotional balance free from anxiety and disturbances. So now we have like keeping things simple, keeping things peaceful, finding peace. And that may be through reconnecting as friends. You know, not saying that's all you got to be, but mending the friendship within the dynamic, or being able to be very authentic with each other and not judge the other person for what you guys are thinking or feeling. Okay, so for some reason, that's the advice. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Sag. Thanks a lot and take it easy. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Okay, Capricorn, you are up. Let's see what is going on between you and your person. Reverse the roles if you need to. Six of Pentacles reversed in your feelings. The Judgment for how you see this person. We have Scorpio here. We also have Leo with the Strength card in your actions. Tell me about that Six of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Pentacles reversed. I heard I just can't do it anymore. To be honest with you, it feels like you don't have much to give, or you feel like you don't have much more to give, especially maybe on a financial level. There can be a financial component to this. You could even feel like maybe you've been taking advantage of a situation or being taken advantage of. Usually I don't read it like that. And the feelings is usually what said person is doing. And it makes me feel like it's just something that you believe that you can't handle anymore. The Six of Pentacles reverse is when we really don't have it to give. And with the Two of Pentacles reverse, something can feel overstimulating, or like, let's say that you are trying to financially support this person or something. And you have gotten to a point where you overgave to the point that you feel depleted. And now you're kind of like running around like a chicken with its head cut off, feeling like you can't really maintain or give any more to the situation. And maybe that's on an energetic level. I'm not really certain. The Judgment with the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Well, the Judgment card can be like a really big decision that someone is making. Now, this is how you view them. So the Judgment, this can be a person who's very confident in their path, maybe a reconciliation, especially in love readings. And the Judgment can also be somebody who's taking accountability for something. What? Eight of Pentacles reversed. Why something didn't work. What hand this person may have played in something. Whether that was they overpromised and underdelivered, or maybe they ignored a red flag or just about you or anything like that. And so there's this like circular energy between you and this person that they're seeing, that they're understanding, that they're seeing through. At least that's how you're viewing them. So you may feel like they're making a judgment call either to A, not work on this, or there can be a reconciliation, but you may feel like they're not really putting in the effort. The Strength and the King of Swords. The Strength can be where we're holding back. We're holding back with what? The King of Swords reverse. It can be that you're trying to refrain from pushing a certain narrative that maybe isn't really true. You can be holding back from gaslighting this person. Maybe you're just holding back with communication in general. Let's see this person's feelings. Four of Swords reverse. How they see you is the Five of Cups. Their future actions, Ace of Cups reversed. So let's see that Four of Swords reversed. The Four of Cups. They feel pretty disappointed. They feel like there's something that they wanted, maybe from you specifically, that they didn't get. Now, sometimes the Four of Cups can be somebody who actually has a lot right in front of them, but it doesn't always necessarily mean that they can see it or that they even have gratitude for it. Now, for this person specifically, I don't know if that's the case, but what I will say is this person is very flustered or mentally disoriented from some kind of disappointment that they feel that they have suffered at the hands of you, or even if maybe they did something, I'm not sure, but the Four of Cups can be rejecting or feeling rejected or being disappointed with something that is being offered. This doesn't work for me. You know, that's the Four of Cups. So somebody feels like something that maybe you're offering isn't really working for them. The Five of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles reverse. They see you as somebody who regrets investing in this, or like you maybe made a mistake and maybe you wasted your own time, wasted their time, and they do feel like you're very focused on the past instead of like overcoming or maybe taking accountability or apologizing. Again, please reverse this if you need to. But it's that energy of they feel like you wasted time. You wasted time, energy, resources, and now you're upset about it. Ace of Cups reversed with the King of Cups. There's love there. Like, there's no doubt about it that there's love there. For certain, there's love there. But they're not really showing it. What's this person's intention with Capricorn? The Star reverse. They don't really have a whole lot of hope here. Tell me about that Four of Cups. Yeah, they don't like what they're being offered. I don't think that love is the issue or feelings are the issue. Why no hope? The Nine of Wands reverse. They feel like you either won't fight for this or they're just kind of like at their wits' end with the situation. So your advice or their advice, the both of y'all's advice is Sagittarius. Some of you can be dealing with the Sagittarius. Then we have Gate of Opportunities. Pass through the Gate of Opportunities wherein new paths unfurl with boundless potential. So Sagittarius and opportunities, interesting. And then we have Cross. There may be an opportunity for travel here. Religious belief, spirituality, surrender, prayers, the battle between good and evil. Ugh. Well, I feel like if this is something that you guys want to work, faith is going to be the name of the game. Faith, optimism, truth. And also, I think that there are opportunities here for you guys to make something of this, but it's just potential. So unless you actually have the faith and the optimism to work on it, it doesn't really matter. And I think that one or the both of you are fighting some kind of demons within yourself that may be blocking that opportunity. So you might have to take a look at that and see what the issue is. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Thanks a lot. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hey Aquarius, I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's see what's going on between you and your person. Reverse the roles if you need to. The King of Wands in your feelings. How you see this person is the Seven of Pentacles. The Three of Cups reversed for your actions. Okay, tell me about that King of Wands. The King of Swords. Okay, I like it. You're two kings away from an emperor. I mean, I think you're really feeling yourself, not in like a boastful, egoic way, but in a way where you're able to make sense of yourself. You're able to make sense of things. The confidence isn't just coming out of nowhere. It's coming from a place of logic and true understanding and authenticity. So I think that you're very attracted to this individual. You may want to take the lead, express yourself. You're showing up in a very, that's not the right word. You're just being very, or you just feel like you want to be very honest about how you feel towards this specific individual. Like you want to say, oh, I'm attracted to you, or, you know, maybe you want to give this person advice as well. The King of Swords can be someone who's a really great advice giver because they can see through things. They can see patterns. They are coming from a logical place. And so I think that you're very confident mentally. I think that you're very confident when it comes to communication, especially towards this person. And I'm almost getting like you want to help this person out a little bit. So how you're seeing them, okay. The Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. You may feel like this person is very invested in creative endeavors, maybe acting, writing, poetry, anything to do with the creative realm. You could feel like they're very interested in those things. This can also be somebody that you feel is very invested in you. You feel like this is a vulnerable person, somebody who's going to be open with you and sweet and romantic, all of the things. I don't really have anything negative to say. Can I get one more on how they view that? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. So not only that, but you view this as somebody who has something to offer, not just like love and cutesy, wootsy, whatever, like somebody who legitimately has something to offer you. Because you see that they are invested and they are taking action. They're saying something to you. There's a message here, whatever. And you feel like, oh, wow, this person is serious. Cranberry juice. So let's see what's going on with your actions. Oh. Why the Five of Wands? Aquarius. Reverse it if you need to. Three of Cups reversed, the Five of Wands, and the Hierophant reversed. It seems like you and this person have a little bit of a debacle. You may have an argument around relationships, around a specific relationship, around what a relationship looks like to you versus them. And I feel like you guys don't agree. You don't with that Five of Wands and that Three of Cups reverse. You don't agree. And so there may be some kind of drama and you may decide to separate yourself. Now, for others of you, you may end up, if this is like not a relationship, you may end up deciding, I actually don't want a relationship. I don't want a commitment. So I'm just going to pull back because I'm feeling conflicted about that within myself. These things do happen. And this person's feelings, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. How they see you is the Six of Wands, okay? And their future actions, the Four of Wands. This person wants a relationship, I think. Tell me about that Knight of Pentacles reversed. They feel like you and them don't really understand each other. Knight of Pentacles reversed, Two of Cups reversed. Like you guys don't really understand each other. Now, the Nine of Pentacles reversed can be somebody who is a little concerned what other people are saying or thinking about their relationship. This can be somebody who is being very critical of self or even of you. But they can also feel like there's no way forward. There's no real way forward. Well, why? Two of Cups reversed. There's a misunderstanding. There's some kind of emotional disconnect. Something isn't making sense. Now we have the Six of Wands for how they see you with the Knight of Wands reverse. Because I don't think that they take you seriously. They may feel like you're inconsistent. They may feel like you're just really focused on getting attention, or you're more focused on show, on performative acts, maybe not always authentic. You're always doing it for the plot, or you're doing it so that other people can see you doing it, not necessarily because you want to do it. So whatever that means for you. But that Knight of Wands reverse, he or she is going to seek out attention even if it hurts others. It's somebody who's not confident within themselves, and they tend to be a little bit scattered with where they're putting their energy. So they feel like you're giving them attention, but then you're pulling away, or you're wanting attention from them and then you pull away. You know, there's nothing, it's like trying to stand on water. So let's take a look at that Four of Wands for their actions, the Wheel of Fortune. Well, I think that they're just at this point where they're like, well, whatever, and they're just trying to have fun. in all honesty. They're just trying to have fun. They're like welcoming you into their space, but they're not going to try to force anything. They're just like, well, whatever happens, happens, is kind of the name of the game. Mutable is the advice for you, them, or the both of you. And then wish granted. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it is what you need. Okay. It's asking you to go with the flow of something. And then we have anchor, stability, security, and grounding, a symbol of being firmly rooted, feeling safe, or finding emotional and physical steadiness amidst change or chaos. So it's asking for surrender. It's asking to welcome change. And something may not exactly be the exact way that you guys want it, but there's something to be had from it. And I think it's going to be able to ground the connection into a more realistic form, or ground it into a more emotionally safe or steady place. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius and Crosswatcher. Thanks a lot and take it easy. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Hey Pisces, I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your person. Reverse it if you need to. The Hermit reversed in your feelings. Okay. How you see this person, 10 of Wands, like a pain in your ass. The Strength reversed for your actions. So we got Virgo and Leo here. All right, let's see that Hermit reversed. The Ace of Wands. You might have been in a bit of a funk for a while. You may have been isolating yourself or just feeling like you needed to find yourself, go on a self kind of journey. And now you seem motivated to come out of your hidey hole a little bit with that Hermit reverse. So you're ready to kind of get back out there, maybe date this person, date somebody else. You know, you maybe went through cranberry juice. You may have went through some things and now you're like, okay, like I'm ready to try this again, or yeah, let's go out, or let me take you out, or whatever the case, because there is an attraction here. Okay. I heard for some of you that there's a mental attraction. Okay, maybe you have a mental connection with someone. So let's see that 10 of Wands. The Hangman. So we have Pisces here. Could be dealing with another Pisces. You feel like they're delusional about the responsibility that they're taking. You may also feel like for some of you that they're letting go of some kind of responsibility that they took upon themselves within the relationship or the dynamic. Give me one more. Yeah, like they're letting go of some kind of responsibility. Like you see them as... So what's the best way I can explain this? Let's say that you guys live together and they took it upon themselves to always fill up your gas tank, always, you know, do the dishes, clean the house, do your laundry, pick up things for you at the store. I don't know. Okay. Whatever it may be. And now you feel like maybe they're not doing that. Maybe they don't really want to do that anymore. Why? 10 of Pentacles, because that's not what they want long term. There's something about you feeling like they feel they're taking on some kind of responsibility that is not sustainable for them long term. And so now they're seeing something differently. You may feel like sometimes this person is a pain in your ass or a burden to you. You may, for some of you, you may feel like this person makes a lot of sacrifices. To be honest with you, you may feel like this person is very sacrificial, makes a lot of sacrifices for you. something a little hazy about it, though. Okay, one more. Five of Pentacles reverse. You may not be holding back anymore. It feels like you are nurturing the connection. Your self-worth is pretty intact. You're feeling pretty damn good about yourself, but you are opening your space to this person. You are opening your space to them. But you're not doing it from a place of like, oh, I'm desperate. You're doing it from a conscious place, conscientious place. So let's see this person. They have the Five of Swords for their feelings with the King of Pentacles. It's like they're committed or they're being generous, but it's to win or to get something out of it. What are they hoping to get or win? The Fool, a new beginning with you, or they're hoping that there some kind of support that they give you is going to allow for freedom for them. So like, oh, you know, if I do the dishes, fill up your gas tank, give you this money or whatever, like, you know, can I go out with the boys? Can I go with the girls? What, you know what I mean? Like they feel like that's going to offer them some level of freedom maybe, or it's that they want to have a new beginning with you. How they see you is the Nine of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles reverse. This is a, I'm good on my own and you suck. Okay, so they kind of feel like you're good on your own anyway. You really don't need them. And you're not even committed to them anyway, or you're being very critical towards them. Why do they feel like they're doing that? The Temperance. Maybe because they feel like you have lost your patience with them, or they feel like you're playing the long game. Towards what? The Emperor reversed, hoping that they'll step it up. It's almost like they feel like you really don't need them. And your level of criticism, or even like really not committing fully to the connection, is a way for you to try to encourage or intimidate them to grow up. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting that. Whatever. Their actions. Ugh. Cool. King of Cups reversed, Ten of Swords reversed. Give me one more. Yep, Ten of Cups reversed. This is somebody who is repeating patterns, repeating emotional patterns, blowing smoke up your ass. They're full of shit. They're taking the past into the now. You know, they're not really committing fully. They're not emotionally stable. It's like, you know, they're listening too much to their family about their opinions about the relationship. So I don't know. It's not my favorite. We have Wealth. Yes. Focus on your money. Focus on your money. But it can also be about emotional and material abundance. Then we have Devil. Be careful that someone's not like after your money, or I don't know if you've ever like been around a vampiric person, somebody who just kind of like drains your energy. Be cautious of that. And then we have time, situations that are timely or take more time. So there can be something financially or even something emotionally, like whatever you view wealth as, that may take a while. And to be honest, it can be because of unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy attachments, somebody pulling or holding you back. And it may be saying like, unless you detach from this, this wealth, however perceived, is going to take longer than anticipated. It almost feels like you are climbing up a ladder and then you have somebody tugging at your feet trying to pull you down. Think about that. Love you. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what sign resonated for you. Also, if you're feeling generous, please make sure you like and subscribe as well. If you guys would like to speak to me one-on-one, whether text or call, you can either call spontaneously or book ahead of time for a discount over on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I love you guys and have a good one. Bye for now. Okay, hello, super chatter number one, and let's go ahead and see. Welcome back, by the way. Let's see the good things coming to you in the next couple of months. The Devil reversed. What's that about? The Five of Cups reversed. If there's some level of grief or a breakup that you had, something that you had a really hard time letting go of, or someone that you had a hard time forgiving, if there was some fear due to your past environment or your past experiences, something about that is now lifting. And what's going to come of that? The Eight of Wands. There's maybe a message coming forward. Maybe it's an apology. There's something that's moving forward, or there's some kind of message or conversation that you're either initiating or that you're receiving that's going to assist in that process, or that's going to initiate it. But whatever this block is that is being removed, something connected to your past, after it is somehow removed or initiated, then that said thing takes off. The Nine of Pentacles, which leads to more independence, working smarter, not harder, enjoying your life, maybe even going on a vacation or taking a trip or following some kind of educational path that's going to help you get from point A to point B. But the Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy. It's an energy where we're able to look at the past and look how hard we've worked, or how far we've come, and actually enjoy that. And now we can enjoy the fruits of our labor, basically. So we have rubbish. I'm kind of wondering if you're needing to clear something out in order for this to come in, if that's what's being initiated here. And I kind of thought that when I saw the Devil reverse, Five of Cups reverse, and then the Eight of Wands, only because I was thinking about the time when I was dating this guy that was just horrible to me. He was cheating on me. He was just nasty. He was just a nasty dude. Okay. And then I ended up being like, you know what, this is fucking done. Like, I told him about himself, got that off of my chest. I just need to do that. Cleared him out, got sober. Let me tell you, it was like all of these blessings came into my life. It was, I mean, it was crazy. It was like one after the other, after the other, after. It was so bizarre. It was almost like the universe was rewarding me for clearing that out. So I'm kind of feeling the same thing with you. So thank you so much, and I'm sure I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Okay, hello, super chatter number one. Thank you so much for booking with me. Let's see what is going on. First, I'm going to see if the masculine, or the man that you are asking about, is betraying you. Then I'm going to take a look at the feminine. So we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Eight of Swords, and we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So to me personally, first of all, the Eight of Swords is like the jail card. Okay, literally, because if you look at it, okay, the Eight of Swords here, it's like somebody stuck in between these swords or stuck in jail. Eight of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed. This person isn't really giving you anything stable to come home to, or isn't really willing to be productive or invest in your guys' future, in my opinion. The Eight of Pentacles reversed and the Ace of Pentacles reversed is when we're not really willing to do some kind of work, or try to do some kind of work in order to get things moving forward. So he may be saying like, oh, well, I can't really do anything right now because I'm in jail or because of XYZ, when really, I don't think that he has an actual intention of changing something or really putting in the effort. So whether or not you view that as betrayal, that's what's going on. Now, as far as the feminine energy goes, we have the Empress. Then we have the High Priestess reversed. Then we have the Tower reversed. I will say this. She seems to view herself as the prize in this situation, whatever that means. I definitely think that there's some ego involved. So she may feel like she's better than you, or she's better looking than you, or whatever it may be, even if that just means she's trying to prove something to herself. I really don't like the High Priestess reverse because it makes me feel like she's keeping something from you. The High Priestess reverse can be where we are holding secrets, or we are keeping secrets from another person. So that High Priestess reverse can be hidden communication, or even your own personal intuition being ignored. I would listen to this because I feel like with that High Priestess reverse, that's like a huge red flag to me. At a minimum, I would say there's probably some inappropriate energy going on. So I would definitely listen to that. Okay, so on all fronts, it doesn't look great. You have bridge for your advice, a transition to a new situation, environment, or event, supporting movement and progress. This to me makes me feel like you need to transition from the place that you're at right now, mentally, emotionally, physically, into a brand new environment, brand new friends, a brand new roommate, whatever it is. Sorry. 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 Oh my God. Because this doesn't look healthy to me. I think that you have a roommate who's keeping secrets from you, and I think that you have a man in jail who is not really interested in genuinely putting in an effort. He's trying to act like he's stuck or confused. He's not. He's doing it to himself, essentially. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Super Chatter number 2. Obviously, the best of luck and all of my empathy goes to you. Please don't hesitate if you ever need anything else. Take care. Hey, number 3, sorry our call got cut off. Usually when you like book a certain time, it just cuts off exactly at that time. So I don't want you to think I hung up on you or whatever. So let's go ahead and see what is being hidden from you. If this is you, you may be feeling disappointed or feel like you don't have options available to you. You do. You're just not seeing them because you're focused on the one that didn't work. So I kind of want to say, like, open your eyes. You know what I mean? But let's see. The 3 of Pentacles, especially when it comes to people that you can collaborate with, people to get on the same page with. It also may be that there's, well, you said you got laid off, so it can't be that. Because I was going to say there can be a coworker who's kind of shady towards you or feeling disappointed by you in some way. The Knight of Wands. What's the advice for that 4 of Cups? The Judgment reverse. There's something calling for you. There's some kind of like higher purpose. Something that you can feel, but you may not necessarily be able to detect. And it's not exactly telling me what it is, but you're too focused on something that didn't work. You're focused on the wrong thing. And if you would pivot or turn around and stop looking or focusing on that thing that didn't work, you will see all of the other things that will. And if it's around like self-doubt or something like that, this is about starting to make the moves and the transitions and the transformations that are going to help build that foundational confidence. So for instance, if I, am sitting here and I'm like, oh man, I gained 80 pounds. I'm so depressed. And all I keep thinking about is the body that I used to have when I was 29, or whatever. It's like, okay, well, that's not doing anything. You know what I mean? It's like, maybe we should make a bigger judgment call. Maybe we should take accountability for how we got to this place and then do something about it, right? Because the Judgment in the upright is like, let's do something about it. The 4 of Cups is saying, let's do something about it. And the 3 of Pentacles may be saying, don't be afraid to learn under somebody. Like the 3 of Pentacles can be where, so like if you look at traditional Rider-Waite, this obviously isn't the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, but you're going to see 3 people on the card, okay? 3 of Pentacles, 3 people on the card. And there's 2 men, I believe, and they're like standing down over here. And then there's another man and he's like showing them something. Now, the man who's like showing them something and giving them ideas, he's actually beneath them, or it doesn't have as much authority and experience as the other two. But the two people who do have the experience are actually learning a lot from this person who has less experience. So I'm wondering if maybe you underestimate your abilities in some way and what you have to offer, or maybe there's somebody that has something to offer you, especially when it comes to career or things that you're passionate about. Because it's really saying, like, you have a passion for something, there's something that you want, but you're not going to be able to do it fully alone, obviously. So it's kind of asking you to put one foot in front of the other here. Hmm. Advice on that Three of Pentacles. Yeah, see, Two of Wands reverse. You got to come out of your comfort zone. You got to do something different than you've been doing. You know, right? So if we're going back to the weight loss journey, right? Instead of just being like, well, I'm sad about the old body that I had, and I just keep focusing on the 80 pounds that I've gained, but I'm just going to go back to eating potato chips on the couch and, you know, watching Love is Blind or whatever. It's like, no. There needs to be a change. You need to come out of your comfort zone. You need to do something differently than you had before, and you need to make plans, even if that means you have to go work with a personal trainer, even if that means you have to join a workout group, right? I'm not saying that that's what it is, but you know what I mean? And like, take action on that thing. Advice for that Knight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. You can manage it. And it's like, I don't even think that this is necessarily hidden from you, but I'm wondering if it's something to do with your subconscious. I think you said you're a Sag rising, if I'm not mistaken, which would mean that you have Scorpio in your 12th house. Forgive me if that's not the case. If it's not the case, then I would take a look at um what's in your 12th house, because I'm kind of wondering if that is the issue. So the 12th house can be things we need to release. It can be our self-sabotaging behaviors, our mental health. What's going on with your mental health? Is there something there? If it's in Scorpio, it can be like fears around intimacy, and we were kind of talking about that anyway, and fears of merging with another truly and vulnerably. Like, Scorpio is where you get naked for real, right? And I don't just mean literally, I mean like symbolically. You bare yourself to another person. So if these are your kind of fears here, maybe you need to be honest with yourself about what you really want and what you shy away from and what's stopping you from getting that. So let's see, only the good coming towards you. The Nine of Swords. So something may be alleviating. Yeah, look, Nine of Swords, the moon. You may understand how you're sabotaging yourself, or you may understand where your worries are coming from, what causes you to fear the future, maybe how you've projected your past experiences onto the present, and not only on the present, but to on the future. And why do I say that? Because the Nine of Swords is anxiety. It's about worrying about the future. And the moon is saying, well, this is a subconscious fear. Why? Because what you're doing is you're taking the past and you're projecting it onto the now. You're putting it into the now and you're trying to make it fit. That's where the anxiety may be coming from. And so during this time, you may close out some kind of cycle that allows you to release these negative fears. And how are we doing that? The Magician reverse, it's through using your own personal power, your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities, and you're able to build your own confidence through that. What else? Ace of Wands reverse, Page of Swords. If you've been feeling like unmotivated or something like that, there can be something that you see or that you read or that you watch, something that you learn or a course you take, something that ends up kind of kicking your ass into gear. So like for me, you know, let's not talk about me. I love talking about me. Let's think about the fitness thing again. You see this man and he's had this crazy transformation, similar situation as you, and you're like, damn. And he's like making these awesome videos and they're just so inspiring to you. And you're like, well, shit, time to get my ass in gear. You have choices. I'm going to pull 2 for you because you ordered a 12 card. Becoming aware of different options or making a choice between paths. I literally said you have options available to you. You just got to pick one and go for it. If you don't like it, then, you can fuck it off later or whatever, but you have to make a choice. Let's get one more. Emergency. And I feel like you need to do it soon. Like, don't wait around. There can be some kind of unexpected event that occurs. Can I get one on that? The Queen of Swords, maybe some kind of it just feels more like a decision because the Queen of Swords is Libra. Libra can be, or you think about the Justice card, right? It can be about making choices. It's the scales. It's about weighing your options sometimes. And so I feel like you're needing to make a choice based on logic, not how you feel in the moment. So yeah, okay, I'm really sad that I gained 80 pounds. I'm so sad I'm not going to do anything about it. Put your shit to the side and go do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, it can be that you get an unexpected message from somebody around some kind of emergency. So just might be a quick, or it may be saying hey, you need to make a decision quickly for some reason. Okay. So I love you and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, Super Chatter number 4. First of all, I am so sorry about your situation. That sounds incredibly stressful. So let's go ahead and start with your first question. I know that you had asked if you're going to find a job that is more fulfilling within 60 days or sooner. So let's see. The 4 of Pentacles. Okay. It's going to feel like it takes a while. The 10 of Wands. Oof. That's some heavy lifting there. The Temperance, okay. And then the 6 of Wands reverse. It's going to feel like it's taking forever. It's probably going to feel like you're pushing a brick wall by yourself. I just want to say be very cautious of burnout with the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Because it feels like you're pushing yourself to your limit a little bit. And even if you can just carve out a little bit of time for yourself, or even if you have anybody to help delegate tasks to, or if your children can kind of help clean the house or anything, I think it would be very beneficial for you. As far as a job, I think that if you do find something, it will probably be at the tail end of that 60 days. Well, why do I say that? The 4 of Pentacles takes a long time because we're avoiding taking chances or taking risks. Well, why are we avoiding chances or taking risks? Because the stakes are too high with the 10 of Wands. So that can partially be the reason. But at the same time, I think that you will find something. I do also think that it's going to feel like you're biting off more than you can chew, but you are handling it well. With the Temperance card to the 6 of Wands reverse, it's some kind of job that maybe makes you feel not super successful in the moment, or you could be questioning, is this really what I want? Or whatever the case, you may feel like people aren't really noticing the work that you're doing, but this is the long game. Like what you're doing job wise, you're playing the long game. So this isn't like, oh, I'm going to get a job and then, that's just going to be it. I'm going to be a cashier here and, we're going to call it a day. No, like maybe it starts out as something like that. I'm not saying you're going to go be a cashier. Okay. But it starts out as something like that, but there's still kind of a lot to learn along the way. Why do I say that? Because of the 10 of Wands and also the Temperance. The Temperance is about playing the long game. It's about patience. And it's about understanding that the road you're on is going to take a while in order to get to the top. So do I think that you'll get something? Yeah, probably. Do I feel like it's going to be an automatic, oh my God, success? Probably not. So try to be patient with that. I want to get a specific advice message for that. Message, an unexpected, What was that? An expected or unexpected news, communication, or reconciliation. So maybe it's a message from an old job. You know, maybe you pick up an old job. Maybe you do get an unexpected message in some way. And you're like, oh my God, like I didn't think that I was going to get that job or something like that. So it's probably going to be something that you're not expecting, or maybe it's going to be something that you're not really used to doing, or it is literally something that you've done before. Can I get advice message for that? The 7 of Pentacles reverse. You need strategy. Don't waste your time on things that you probably know you're not going to get. I don't think that this is about, oh, well, I need to get my ideal job right now. If you're in like scary territory, go ahead and just do something now. Like do something as soon as you can. I'm not saying that, you know, you got to take the worst job in the world, like, you know, cleaning up toilets or something somewhere. I mean, that would definitely suck, you know, shout out to the people that do that. But you got to take something. So keep that in mind. Now let's see here. What was the other thing that you asked? Anything that you need to know or do currently? The Ace of Cups reversed. Again, there's something about burnout. The Two of Swords. It keeps telling you to act now. It keeps telling you, you need to do this now. You need to initiate the opportunity now. There may be other options that you haven't even, you know, understood or have even seen. You know, maybe you have no idea that you could be a tarot reader. You know what I'm saying? You could be a tarot reader and you know, I'm not saying that's what it is, but you could be a tarot reader and you have no idea. That's just money that you're leaving on the table. And with a lot of these situations, you're going to have to choose yourself in a lot of these situations. Like you're going to have to put yourself first in the next 60 days, quite a bit, to be honest. And I know that's difficult with kids. I have 2 of my own. I understand it can be difficult. The 10 of Cups. Lean on any support that you have. Again, if you can delegate some kind of tasks, if you can lean on people that you know that care about you, awesome. And I do think that there is something that can be very emotionally fulfilling. How does she need to get there? The Knight of Swords reverse. Don't be passive. Did you email somebody on LinkedIn? Great. Email them again the next day. Don't leave money on the table is basically what this is telling you to do. Can I get advice for that 2 of Swords? Yeah, the Page of Wands. It just keeps telling you to act. You know, I would take something now, but I would also say there may be, again, some kind of avenue that you have not even explored yet. You have no idea how good you could actually be at that. What is that? The 4 of Swords. It can be some kind of healer, counselor, anything to do with healing. Maybe something at a doctor's office, maybe something at a nursing home, maybe something in the mental health field. Anything to do with healing. It can also be work that you're doing from home, work that you're doing in private where you kind of work alone. Tell me about that Knight of Swords reversed. The Fool reversed. Yeah, again, it's saying that there may also be something different, again, that you have not seen. I'm going to pull one more for you. What is that? The Knight of Cups. What if it's yeah, look at this. This can be very healing. It can't even be something that's creative. A writer, a poet, counselor, therapist. Again, anything to do with healing work or creative work. Unfortunately, tarot only lets you get so specific. Then we have revenge for your other advice. Oof. This is going to sound really weird. But if you have spite towards someone, if you have spite towards someone, don't allow it to drag you down, okay? I know that's easier said than done. Have you ever used spite as fuel? Have you ever used spite as fuel? Have you ever like had a really terrible breakup and then you're like, I'm going to the gym and I'm going to go look the best I've ever looked? Yeah. There's something about needing to utilize that anger or those feelings and channeling it towards what it is that you're trying to do. Like this business right here, where you booked with me on, like this business right here. I I broke up with him because he was cheating, but that really hurt, right? That really hurt. I ended up leaving him, got sober. A month later, my channel, my YouTube channel where you found me, got monetized, and then all of a sudden, I just kept using that spite to prove to him. That's how it started. To prove to him how good I could look, how good I could do, all of these things, until I just started to like do that for me. And even if you just need to use those feelings and channel it into that, do it. Like, let it drive you. Don't let it break you down. Use it as ammunition. Let it backfire. Anything that they do to you, allow it to manifest in your body as someone who is capable, like gasoline in the tank of your car. Because I'm wondering if you may be struggling with some of these feelings, especially because of what you told me about, a toxic work environment. Don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be tough with that Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. I think it's going to be tough, but things will come into alignment. Even if you feel like you're, I don't know, someone's trying to ruin your reputation or something like that. I feel like some kind of message or some kind of unexpected news will come in. What will this be? It'll be good news. Six of Pentacles. It'll be some kind of offer. It'll be some kind of offer for you, and it will feel like a nice drink of water after walking through a hot desert or a really hot summer day in Nevada. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be okay. But I'm thinking of you, and obviously, thank you so much again for booking with me. Take care. Okay, hello, super chat number 5. Let's go ahead and see if you should take this job. The Queen of Pentacles. I would say yeah. I mean, I don't think it's going to be something super glamorous or crazy or whatever. It's going to be something that's going to offer either supplemental income, or it's going to help you remain stable or be more stable, potentially even more independent, able to take care of yourself a little bit more. What will it look like? The Strength reversed and the Seven of Cups reversed. I think it may end up being a bit draining at times. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think anything in the service industry can be incredibly draining. But with the Seven of Cups reverse, it's going to be exactly what it looks like. It's going to be a job at a coffee shop. It's going to be exactly that. And again, it may feel a little bit draining, or maybe you're not always super confident about what you're doing, or maybe it's about who you work with, but it's going to be exactly what it looks like. I kind of want to know like why you should even take it. Justice reverse. Not because it's glamorous or not because it's like the super awesome job. If anything, this would be a compromise for you. It would be something to have something now. Okay. Your advice, we have authority, the ability to control or influence the actions or decisions of others. Okay, interesting. So I want to say, like, go in there with good boundaries, if you really wanted to, you could even be moved up into some kind of more authoritative position, I guess you could say, or even a manager of sorts. It can also be saying like, this isn't the end of the road. Like you're meant for a lot more. So it may be also telling you to remember that you have some kind of ability to influence, or you have some kind of ability to, I don't know, what's the right word for that? Manipulate, not necessarily, well, maybe in a bad way as well, depends on how you use it, but basically you have some level of authority that you can use. You have some kind of talent, gift, skill, or ability to influence others, whether you see it or not. So whether that's in the coffee shop or elsewhere, it may be saying, especially with that crown there, you're actually meant for more. And yes, you can take this job. I think it would help. But I do think that there's something bigger and grander for you, and it's around your authority or your ability to control or influence other people. So I don't know what that will look like for you specifically. Thank you so much and take it easy. Bye for now.